you set your goals and expectations for the 2025 season?
Goal's always to win the ODAC. I mean, that's an expectation here, basically, and then, NCAA-wise, get out of our region, basically. Try to make noise from there. Seems like that's always the hardest. So, excited for the next chapter to see what we can do.
Obviously, you guys have a foundation set with that back line, really returning all those faces, especially with guys like Viscuso and Casey and Velasquez. So what does that do for this year's group?
Yeah, I mean, I think it hopefully gives us that solid base to work with, and then just from there try and to score goals, like you're saying. I mean, it's great to defend, but we got to score goals to win games and to advance to where we really want to go. It's my alarm going off for you guys.
You do lose a lot of production from a season ago,
Yeah.
with guys graduating from both that fifth year and senior class. So who are those new faces that you anticipate to really shine this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year you lose somebody that scores, quite a bit. We're hoping that, Chris Wiley will improve on his numbers. Evan Pask out wide, just trying to get those guys going. Aiden Cass moving into a midfield role probably, hoping that he can score. Benji and Will coming forward. Keaton trying to score from a sixth position basically. So, and then outside backs getting involved heavily too. So, always working on the attack. It's just something we do basically every day, but it's the hardest part of the game as well.
What were some takeaways that you were able to gather from the first scrimmage?
Two vastly different scrimmages for us, so it's good to see that too, especially when you see it on film. But I think it's a matter of just knowing you got to be up for every single competition you go into. We didn't do a good job preparing them coaching-wise, so we took the blame for that. But from there, they have to be prepared themselves, ready to go. But it was just good. It was good to see younger guys get in and try some different things. Move some guys around out of position, so that was fun too. But yeah, just learning that we got a long way to go even until Friday, so we'll see.
You do bring in a handful of new faces this year with a pretty hefty freshman class. Who out of those guys have really stood out to you in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's been Isaac has done very well. Eric's done very well in the back. Saul was doing well until he got hurt, so we're hoping that he can get him back. Doctor's appointment today. I think Matthew Viscuso's done very well as well too. So Max is learning. So it's been Bruno, Carlos. There'll be some new faces to see too. So I think it's just a matter of them getting a little game confidence in them, and hopefully they'll play quite a bit this weekend too.
Coach, obviously last year made it to the ODAC championship game. Obviously the standard is to win that game, but then went on to the NCAA tournament, won a first-round game, and then made it to that second round as well. How do you kind of plan on continuing that momentum into this year with a lot of returners and some new guys as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to look that far ahead. It's a long way to go, even though it's only 2 months away. It's just really just focusing on Maryville, and then from there, seeing what Barry brings as well. Building off of what we do with all the new guys and old guys, and just really moving forward, and just like you said, kind of the way the scrimmages went, like, okay, the first one is there, second one, what does that look like? So same way, we'll hopefully play our best against Maryville, reset the next, have a day off basically, and then play again on Sunday. So once it gets going, it's great, because it's just we finally get into some rhythm. Right now we don't have a rhythm. So it's good that classes started and all that. Just one practice a day, which is nice.
You guys have a pretty challenging non-conference schedule this year, a lot of which are on the road and some neutral sites. What does that do for your guys as you kind of prepare for further down the line?
Well, we hope it prepares them. We hope that playing on the road's tough. It's not easy. Staying in hotels, all that kind of stuff. But it brings them closer together too. Neutral sites had to happen just to play against some good competition. But yeah, our out-of-conference schedule is always going to be tough. We don't want to play easy games. That's not what we want to do. We want to play against really good, tough teams, good coaches, and hopefully it prepares us for, like you said, ODAC play towards the end for the tournament, and then NCAAs as well.
This preseason poll for the ODAC recently came out. You guys and Washington and Lee tied for first place. I remember last year you said you don't care about the preseason
Yeah.
rankings or any of the rankings for that matter. But how do you think, you guys are going to kind of match up with Washington and Lee as you guys are neck and neck to start the season?
Yeah, well, first of all, you made the graphics so small, the tied part, that I was like, first? There's no way we're first. And Hinkle had to correct me because I couldn't read it. So, it's the way it works. But, yeah, they don't mean anything. I mean, it's fine. I mean, when we fill it out, we fill it out how we feel it could end. But there's injuries, there's everything else that goes on to the season. So, yeah, it doesn't really mean much to us. We know there's a target on our back every year. It's the same as WNL. They have the same thing too. So being in the final, I think the last 10 years with each other or somebody's won it, that whatever. It's interesting, but I mean, it's one of those things that, like, again, you're asking how we prepare. It's having a tough out-of-conference schedule, and then once ODAC starts, winning each game as we go. Hopefully being on top so we can, host games here so you guys can produce stuff, so it's awesome. We like that.
Coach, you bring back a real stellar support staff once again this year, and then you bring in an addition of a two-time all-conference player with Kenny.
Yeah.
What does that group really mean for you coming into this season?
Yeah, it's great because, you can trust them right away. I mean, Kenny's done a great job for us already. Fulani's actually in the office right now. He wants to be a volunteer, so we're trying to find a way that he can do his real job and be with us too. So it's fun having guys around the program that have been through it, that understand it, and it's fun because they're learning as well too. So Kenny's already jumped in and has run some activities and gets a lot of respect from the guys.
What are you most excited for this season?
Just how the guys get along, how we had a super tight team last year, so can we be like that again? Have a group that doesn't want it to end, basically. I think that's important. If we can do that, I think we'll win games. I'm not worried about that. I think it's just a matter of how close they are.